2023 has to be one of the goofiest years in gaming history. We experienced some extreme highs and some extreme lows, blessed with some masterpieces like Baldur's Gate 3 or Tears of the Kingdom, and then also cursed with some of the most revolting trash that has ever been farted out into the gaming ecosystem. There were a ton of super stinkers this year. Like, the hits were hitting, but the shits, they were shitting. It is crazy how we had such a huge amount of incredible games and extremely bad ones. Like, some of the worst games in recent memory came out this year, and sometimes within a month of each other. Choosing just 5 games for this list was actually pretty difficult because there were so many that could have broken into the top 5. But using the scientific method, I was able to break it down here to the factually, objectively correct take for what are the worst 5 games of 2023. So this is the end of the year pseudo Moisties awards ceremony. I'll briefly explain why it's not an official Moisties production. It's because I didn't moist meter any of these games. I only finished one of them on this list because the others were just impossible for a human being to endure. I felt like I suffered the same agony as Dante when he went to hell. So I just didn't moist meter them. And now let's get in there. At number 5, we have Redfall. In a surprise to nobody, Redfall makes this list. This is an unforgettable stain on Arcane. Arcane is a great developer, they have a solid resume, so this game obviously had a lot of hype before it came out, which was immediately thrown down the tubes when it was revealed that the game wouldn't even run at 60 FPS on the Xbox, and this was supposed to be one of their big Xbox exclusives of the year, so they put on the clown makeup for that one and really played the fool. It completely took all of the momentum out of the title's launch and immediately just became a bit of a joke. The game released and it was worse than anyone could have imagined. Unfun, half-baked, the world is completely empty, filled to the brim with glitches out the wazoo. The AI is brain dead even at the highest difficulty. It just offers nothing even remotely fun. There is no redeeming qualities for Redfall unless you're looking at something to point and laugh at, but even that novelty wears off like 2 or 3 hours into it. Then it just becomes a tedious chore for everything. They couldn't even be bothered to put real cutscenes in the game, they just have still images that they pan a camera around. It's so lazy and pathetic, really. It was so bad that Phil Spencer himself even name-dropped it when he was talking about a bit of their flops this year and how they believed that Xbox wasn't really doing enough to even be considered a competitor in the console wars, which, for some reason, when I bring that up, some, like, Xbox enthusiasts tell me I'm lying. He literally went on record and said this. You can watch it for yourself or read it for yourself. Like, it's all right there at your fingertips. Just go on Google, go to this source, that source, any source, really. Like, he himself mentioned that Xbox wasn't doing enough this year, and I do agree. And Redfall was one of the things that he pointed out as being a blemish. Now, moving on to number 4, I think this one's going to have a few of you with your jaw on the floor for the placement on this one. No one's going to be surprised it's here, but I think you will be shocked to learn that number 4 goes to Gollum. Lord of the Rings Gollum game. This was, by most, considered to be the worst game of the year. And when I posted my video on it, I called it worst game of the year so far. I had the foresight to predict that it might actually get worse than Gollum, and by golly, I tell you, I swear with my hand on a stack of Bibles, somehow it did. Gollum is number 4 for the worst game of the year. That's how you know this year was special, because any other year this would have been easily number 1. So, what makes Gollum so shitty? Just look at it. It's a stealth game and a platformer, but none of the mechanics work well. It is extraordinarily boring. This is the only game on the list I was actually able to finish, though, because it became something like a challenge for me. Like, this was my display of strength, my Gordian knot that I needed to cut, beating this game. So I pushed through all, like, 5 or 6 miserable hours of this experience and beat it, just to say that I'm one of the few that did. So I got my $50 worth out of this one, I tell you what. But this game was so bad that it actually led to the studio being shut down for it, because not only did it not sell well, but the reception was so overwhelmingly negative that they viewed it as, I guess, embarrassing or shameful, and they just closed the doors on the studio, which is actually extremely sad, because the studio makes good games outside of Gollum. The games that they're known for making are not stealth platformers like Gollum was. That was their first attempt at doing it, and they just didn't know how to do it correctly, so it led to this trash. But I was still upset to learn that the studio was closed in response to this game. Now, Gollum is horrible, and you're probably scratching your head, what could be worse than Gollum? Well, turn your attention to number 3 on this list, because we got a real heater. We've got Rise of Kong. Yes, this puppy's coming from the genius visionaries, the Imagineers over at Game Mill, an infamous studio known for producing absolute abominations. And they looked at the catalog of games that came out this year. They said, you know what? We've got Redfall. We've got Gollum. But we can do worse. So they did. They pooped Kong out here within the last 3 months of the year and said, hey, this is what we've got. How do you feel about it? And everyone groaned all at the same time. This is like a $40 to $50 game, and it plays and looks like something a student in university could have thrown together in 48 hours while overdosing on Xanax. It is absolutely atrocious in every measurable category. There isn't a single redeeming feature of this game, and the most insulting thing is that, once again, a Game Mill classic, it uses a beloved IP, Kong, and ruins it. It delivers a terrible game that nobody in the world, I imagine, can find a single positive thing about, which is basically Game Mill's slogan at this point for the games they produce. Which brings us to our super surprise special. We've got a tie for third place, actually, and it's another Game Mill game. It's The Walking Dead Destinies. This puppy came out 3 weeks ago. They said, you know what? We're not done shoveling shit in your mouth. Open wide, gamers. Here's our ass, and enjoy what comes out. And boy, howdy, did I not enjoy it at all. This game is, again, completely miserable, and again, takes a very popular IP and runs it into the ground. Even though the show itself kind of ran itself into the ground a little bit, but that's a topic for a different day. The Walking Dead Destinies does nothing right, per usual. Takes a page out of Redfall's playbook here with the cutscenes, where it's just slideshows. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. The gameplay, if you can even call it that, is beyond sluggish and seems like it's just there to waste your time so that way you can't get a refund after 2 hours on Steam. It is incomprehensible how Game Mill keeps getting away with this. I truly believe in the conspiracy that they must have blackmail on all of these major franchises and just strong-arm them into letting them use their IP to make this shovelware throwaway garbage. There is no way these games make any money for them, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the world that actually buys these bitches. Nobody buys them. The trailers look horrible. Like, there's no one that ever actually falls for this, except for maybe, like, elderly grandparents that buy these games for their children, not knowing gaming or something, so accidentally purchasing this. Like, I just don't see their business model. There's no way they're making money. This has to be a money laundering scheme or something. I don't get it, but yeah. I couldn't decide which Game Mill game was worse there, so I let them duke it out and share the stage together at the number 3 for worst of the year. And that brings us to number 2. We have an actual scam game, The Day Before. I had covered this game about a year ago when everyone was talking about how, like, all the gameplay trailers and shit are fake, the game's not real, it's never coming out. Fast forward to a couple weeks ago, and this bad boy actually comes out. And it is nothing like the trailers led people to believe. It was a completely different game, and it was nearly unplayable. There was nothing in there that even shared the same DNA as what they were showing throughout the last year or so. From the most wishlisted game on Steam under a false pretense to one of the most universally hated games when it dropped. And then 4 days later, the studio behind it announced they were shutting their doors. They immediately just called it quits, gave up. They had their cake, they ate it too, they made their influx of cash off this and then said, alright, we're sailing off into the sunset, dropping this broken pile of garbage, this dog shit on everyone's doorstep. And for the few fans that were still holding on to the hope that maybe they'd get a game that's decent, you know, they'd waited so long for The Day Before, that was immediately ruined. And they'd never even bothered to try and fix it. Now, of course, I think everyone did get refunds for this. I think Steam themselves even stepped in and issued refunds. So at least people got their money back, but what a disaster of a game. It's actually disrespectful to even call this a game because this really seemed like they panicked just to produce something to avoid a potential lawsuit. That's my theory on it, at least, because this never even tried. Like, for a zombie game, the most zombies I ever saw on the map at any given time was 4. It was also nearly impossible to run into any other players. It also ended up being a fucking extraction shooter, which is not at all what they advertised in the slightest. So I don't even know if I can really call this a game. It was just legitimately a fucking scam, which is why it's got the comfortable number 2 spot here. But you know what's got the number 1 spot for the worst game of the year? Well, none other than another Game Mill production. Of the 6 worst games I could think of this year, 3 of them belong to Game Mill. That is a historical achievement. Usually a studio will have 1, maybe 2 bad games in a year, at most. It's unheard of to have 3. And in the span of about 4 months, I believe, is when all of them came out. Like, round of applause, Game Mill. You really outshit yourself for this one. This was incredible. The number 1 worst game of the year is Avatar: Quest for Balance. I think it is Game Mill's worst game since Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Many of you don't know this, but that was a Game Mill game. Often considered the worst game ever produced in the history of gaming. That was Game Mill. That's got their fucking stamped seal of quality. But Avatar: Quest for Balance is closely behind it. Not only is the gameplay the most monotonous gameplay imaginable, I'm almost 100% certain they must have lifted this from the Nickelodeon website from back in the day or something and like poorly copy and pasted it here and upgraded the graphics. And upgraded I'm using really generously here because it looks like shit. Everything about it sucks. But what hurts the most is that it takes, again, a beloved IP and produces the worst imaginable game for it. I love Avatar, and to see Game Mill get their grubby little paws on it and produce this is nothing shy of an insult and them spitting in my face and any other face of fans. And the worst part is, I know some kids got this game as a present for their birthday or for the holidays or something because Avatar's on it in the name, and it's $50. They're charging $50 for this trash. I think Avatar: Quest for Balance very narrowly squeaks out the number 1 spot over Day Before. Day Before is a scam, like an actual scam game, and Avatar is arguably a scam game because it is so fucking lazy and trash that it's clear this was just made to get a couple of quick sales from confused customers that didn't know anything about it aside from the IP's name on the box. It is so impressive how horrible Game Mill is. And I'm pretty sure they do it on purpose. You can't accidentally make games this bad. Like I said on stream every time I play a Game Mill game, it is immediately apparent that they are not using like assets that you'd buy on the marketplace for the engines they use. Because if they did, their games would instantly look better. They are going out of their way to make their games look and play worse than if you had just purchased some cheap assets to throw in there. Like, it's incomprehensible to me. What a year Game Mill had. What a fucking year. Oh, and I forgot to mention, in Avatar: Quest for Balance, half of the gameplay, like, it's divided up. You'll do, like, some of the worst puzzles ever, and then some of the worst combat ever, and then you go into Subway Surfers. They actually just have Subway Surfers. That's how shameless this game is. It's horrible. I think it deserves the number 1 spot for worst game of 2023. Unfortunately, I don't have a trophy for you, Game Mill, so there's nothing for you to collect. But if you want to celebrate this impressive feat, this accomplishment, if you want to celebrate it on your socials, I can whip you up a graphic or something. It'll say your winner, which is of course a throwback and homage to Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, and then it can have your 3 horrible games that made this list for the worst of the year. Really impressive stuff. That's about it. See ya. Today started like every other day. Ate breakfast, hopped on YouTube to check out the newest Dobre Brothers video to just get stupid lit. I love watching the Dobre Brothers to help put a little extra hair on my vagina. But can you imagine my surprise when I find out that in the newest Dobre Brothers upload, they had a huge video game announcement? Check this shit out right here.
With us for 24 hours. Oh, Dobre Dogs, let's go. Let's go. We like to get lit. What you say? What you kick us off because we're not lit? We're most lit, right, Marcus? Let's go.
Nearly spit out my goddamn apple juice when I saw that little skit right there. Fucking dunked on him, and that got me excited to learn more about this Dobre Dunk adventure. Like, holy fucking shit, and especially the way they sell it here. Check this out.
Dobre Dunk, like our game? Yeah, bro, the new game that's coming out. Have you told him? Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Guys, so we need to find out for yourself how fun and addicting this game is. This is one of our biggest accomplishments.
If fucking Darius Dobre is out here saying it's one of their biggest accomplishments, this shit must be bigger than Tesla. This is bigger than going to the goddamn moon. To be one of the biggest accomplishments in the Dobre brothers' lives, this shit's gotta be huge. So, you bet your ass I was immediately downloading this shit on the App Store. Let's take a dive in there and see what kind of magnum opus we're dealing with. Finally, a game for real sports fans, real men. Well, I don't care about my personalized ad experience. Jesus Christ. I don't care. Dobre brothers, you can advertise whatever the fuck you want to me. I don't care. Let's get in there. Let's check out the options here in Dobre Dunk. Let's check out the character creator here. Insane Marcus. The Insane Marcus? George Lucas's Darth Insanius Marcus? This is huge! Unfortunately, I don't have enough diamonds here to unlock more, but damn, what a good start. Also, one thing I noticed, you can get this game totally ad-free for only $4, which I will not be spending, unfortunately. Mommy said I can't use her credit card for Dobre Brothers purchases, which makes me really sad and makes me want to make a crying TikTok. It's game time. Insane Marcus versus Jim Lucas. The Clash of the Titans. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what humanity's been begging for years. Oh, get in there, baby. Come on, do it for me. Do it for my city. Come on. Having a hard time greasing myself in there. Shit, he's already getting lit. He's engaged his lit boosters. I'm playing from behind. But that's when I do my best work. Come on, get in there. Jumper. Now I'm lit. Now I'm popping off, putting big wieners into small holes. My specialty. Imagine confidently calling this one of your greatest achievements. God, that's embarrassing. This is just like one of those shitty old mini-clip games from 2004. And by shitty, I mean absolutely fucking lit game. Am I right, boys? Now we're feeling it. Yeah. Oh. Sneaking on in the back door. Christ. It's getting a little challenging. Oh. Ooh. 1-0, baby. Easy diamonds. Now we're feeling it. This is gaming. This is a new Strand type game. I swear to God, I've never felt like I've actually played a Ponzi scheme until now. I feel like I've been fucking indoctrinated by It Works or some shit. Round 2 of the tournament, I suppose. Let's get in there. I don't know what's happened to the sound. I guess they forgot to program that when making this. Which is hard to believe, considering how watertight and fun everything else is. It's surprising to me that they would overlook something as basic as sound effects. I'm really starting to get the feel of this game, though. I'm really starting to get the optimal strategies, the correct trajectory. My angle of azimuth is right on target. I almost can't miss. Oh, God. Oh, I'm a monster. I'm a fucking monster. It should be illegal for me to play this game right now. I am disciplining these children harder than their parents have ever done. Tell your friends the queef machine is here, baby. And he came to dunk. You think this obstacle is enough to stop me? As if this will be a monkey wrench in my excellent shooting technique. These salmon are getting upstream, baby. I'm coming in. You can't stop me now. The defense is lackluster. In there. Oh, coming around for a quick turn. Oh, shit. Almost got a rebound put back. Man, are we sucking ass out here, or is it just you, Urbef? This is a slaughter. Get off my court. Get off of my court. Good God. Oh, embarrassing. Oh, that was supposed to be the tournament champion? The defending champion? And I got super lit on him like that? Annihilated. Absolutely annihilated. That is what it's about. Easy gold medal. Look inside. Oh, is there something hidden inside this trophy? Ooh, I hope it's a picture of one of the Dobre brothers' buttholes. Nope. It's an ad. Just what I wanted from my first place trophy. Fuck yeah, I'm glad I looked inside. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got to see this. The last thing I want to do is play the non-Battle Royale component of Fallout 76. I'd sooner rather drag my asshole over a cactus. I'd like to introduce you to my character, Mr. I am not a pedophile. There we go. Appropriate given the character I have here. He's even giving a little smirk. That's cute. Alright, smile for the mugshot. Is that through the fire and the flames? This looks like a dossier Dog the Bounty Hunter would have. This man skipped bail. Failure to appear. And I saw him in a park in a trench coat. He's up to no good. Or nuclear winter. Oh, it says Battle Royale at the bottom of the trading card. I'm a fucking idiot. Jesus, McGregor's really giving me a run for my money here. I hate Bethesda as much as the next guy. But free rim jobs are free rim jobs. And make no mistake, I'm sure the Battle Royale component here feels and plays like a rim job. But it's free, so I want to try it. I love bad games. So does it always take like 10 minutes to get into a round?
For some reason, yeah.
That's fucking awful. The gears are still turning though, so it's not locked. I'll just wait. Fuck it. I played Anthem, I can handle this. This is nothing. Todd didn't hear shit. Todd doesn't even know how to use the internet.
You might just want to alt F4. I don't think that game's gonna work.
No, it's fine. It's coming in. It just take. This is my first time in the game. It probably just needs to load every file from scratch.
You're right. Yeah, this game is 16 times bigger than Fallout 4.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot.
That's 16 times the loading screen. I hope this spawns me in at the very end of the round, so it's just me versus the last guy. Alright, well, looks like I'm gonna have to hard quit this.
I think you're getting close.
I just gave up. Well, let's try that again. Good start. I'm feeling it. This is it. We're gonna see some of the game. Your guy looks like a homeless Doctor Strange. I can see that, but it's only because of the wizard beard.
Take me home.
I missed the loading screen already. Oh, runs like a dream. Oh, there's an invisible man in here.
Yeah, he's got a stealth boy.
There's a ghost. Fuck. Come on, pussy.
Coming to you.
God. It's running smooth as butter. Smooth as a baby's taint.
You good?
Yeah, I killed one.
Nice.
How do I finish him? Nice.
He's dead. Oh. Dude,
How do I plant this?
He's in the forest.
I built a turret. Shit! Bad guy.
In front of you.
Where?
To the left.
Wait, there's a bad guy.
It's Uncle Sam.
Oh, I hit him. 91. How much health do they have? I got him. 182. How much health do they have?
You're about to die.
I had what? How much health do people have?
Okay, so that's one of the weird things. I don't even. That dude had power armor, but you couldn't tell because he wears fucking skin on.
Well, that's fucked up, man. I blasted his dick hole in with that.
Did it feel good?
No, nothing
That's
about
good,
this is
dude.
feeling
That's
good. Yeah.
good. Hell yeah.
I'm getting the authentic Bethesda experience. This thing's free, and I'm already regretting
just
it.
Works, dude.
Show us the cool Fallout 76 stuff.
Like digging balls.
There. I found this out pretty early. Look at this.
Oh, you exercising?
Yeah, I'm hitting the real content. You're still in the loading screen. Yeah, but we've beaten it once. And twice. See, we're on a roll now. I'm in. I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm
nice.
hot. Shit! I'm seeing invisible men again.
Yeah, I am too.
Ghosts of the past. Oh wait, I'm invisible too.
Wait, you are?
Yeah, Todd's stolen my spirit. I got wood armor and a... Jesus, what the fuck did I cover myself in? Pine cones?
Yeah, dude, blocks all bullets.
I think I'm cursed to only find snipers.
Really? Are you dead?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just leave.
No, it's fine. I'll watch you.
Are you sure?
Honestly, this is probably better than playing it. Yeah.
Hashtag Fuvi the Warriors.
Sports talk in my Fallout 76 dojo? You've got some nerve. So far, I'd have to say, my favorite feature is waiting 3 minutes no matter how quickly the game fills up. I like the mandatory 3 minutes of timeout and the little playground. That's cute. Alright, I'm in it. I'm in it.
Alright, I'm running to you.
Alright, I'll find my sniper. I got a sniper.
Oh my god.
Come to me, I'll keep you safe. It's the same goddamn thing I found the last 3 games. Does this game run smooth ever? Or is that DLC?
Mine kinda does. Wait, have you even played the regular game?
Stupidest question I've heard you ever ask me. No, I immediately left the vault.
If you thought this was bad, you should try the regular game.
No, that's not happening.
I don't even think you can like click and drag the sliders. You just click.
Oh my god, you can't drag the sliders. What the fuck is this? They don't have slide. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Wait,
I got
did you
it.
slide it? How do you slide it?
It's not a smooth slide. It's like a frame perfect slide. Like I'm doing a speedrun skip in a video game.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
I like your name, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, man. I thought it
really
reflected
nice.
the nature of my character. I wouldn't want anyone to think he liked kids. He's not a pedophile. And that's his
course.
biggest character trait. Oh, I like that, yeah. Paid viewer from Bethesda. That's cute, like at E3. They should pay viewers to just go on Twitch chats and get hyped for Bethesda games.
Boys, we need help.
This should come on the fucking front of the box at GameStop. Just turn away now. Just don't. Tell your mom to buy anything but this game. That's a good warning.
See that mountain right there?
Yeah.
You can climb it.
Wow. The innovation. What the fuck? Holy shit. Am I playing at
Red
30
diamond.
FPS? I didn't want to. It just is. Holy shit, that guy's hauling ass. What is that thing?
Yo. Wait, what?
There is a dude fucking blazing the trails. Oh, I see one. I have no idea if those shots are getting anywhere near him.
I knocked him again.
Where?
They're over
Play-
there.
Play the hot or
They're
cold
south.
game.
South.
Hot or cold? Am I getting
I'm
colder or
about to
hotter?
die. I'm about to die. Hot, hot, hot.
Hot? Alright.
Yeah. Super hot. Super hot.
Super hot. Cold? Colder?
No.
Hotter?
Yeah. Go to the right.
Okay. No, hot or cold? I see him!
Hot, 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 hot.
I'm real hot. Oh, I hit
I'm
for
dead. I got attacked by a wildebeest.
I hit
Watch
him.
out, there's a wildebeest behind me.
I hit him for 200 and... I got
There's
one!
a bear. There's a bear. Watch out for the bear.
Man down!
Data did not show this
Ah.
element as a possibility.
God, the stakes have never been higher!
Adjustments.
Can you make your way to me? I'm down.
Fuck no, I can't. I'm in a... Jesus!
Is it the bear?
It's a feral bulldog! It's an English bulldog! Ah! Go!
I'm dead. They're the last one left. Finish the mission.
This game sucks, asshole. This is awful. This is like a browser game I would have found on Miniclip.
I can see him perfectly.
I'm megamorphing into my final form. This looks like the Gears of War 5 E3 trailer. All we need now is Gary Jules' Mad World or Billie Eilish's Bad Guy, whatever they played, I forgot now.
Do you think
Oh, he's right here.
I've lit him up real good.
Dead. Okay.
The iron sights on here are really disorienting. Yeah!
Yeah. Nice.
Shit! I'm out.
The other guy has... This might be... Nice.
Alright, wish me luck.
Yeah, just get out of there. I think this is the end.
Yeah, the goose
building.
The goose is cooked on this one. I'm building.
Get out of there. Wait, you just got health.
Second wind perk activated.
Holy
It's right
shit.
there!
Look at the speed!
No! Pumpkin pie, get out of there! That
He's
shopping...
nuts! The shopping cart!
The shopping cart is really making it hard for him. It could be. Oh, he's got the drop on him. He smells cum in the water.
Didn't notice.
Oh,
What do you think they're saying right now?
I don't know. It's probably just a battle not to fall asleep, to be honest. Probably not a whole lot of words being exchanged.
What's happening?
Gameplay is happening. Wow. Look at the chaos. Ooh.
Huge flank. This is the power of the Gatling gun,
Damn,
baby.
he's got the power armor though. He's fighting the cover boy of Fallout 3. Game.
Oh my
Game.
god, he's down.
Outplayed.
This guy's going. Ooh, knocked down from Itzvek.
Wait.
The triple kill. He won.
That's game? Wow, look at that's the winning screen.
That is epic.
The game just turns itself off. This makes me miss Radical Heights.
I bet you're having the time of your life right now.
Oh, it's up there. It's definitely up on that leaderboard. Only two... It really is 3 minutes every time, isn't it? What is the point? The game's filled now. Why do we have to wait another 2 minutes? It's a 3-minute wait no matter what. Right behind you. Ready for action.
Oh, I'm hearing shots. I'm hearing shots right in front of us.
Alright, I've got the Reinhardt hammer. Oh, I see it.
Think it's an NPC.
No, it's not. No such thing.
It's an NPC.
I've got it. Nuclear launch code? Why was the
we
dog...
need 3 more.
Why was the
Three
dog
more.
carrying a nuclear launch?
Wait, that's a dog?
I don't know. It's not a person.
Yeah, it's a mongrel. Okay. I thought it was like a ghoul from far away.
No, unless this was born in Alabama out of incest, it's certainly not a person. Someone just
West
trusted...
Virginia, not too far away.
Yeah, this fucking person trusted their dog with a nuclear launch code.
Where'd they put that?
Yeah, I just started up this pile of shit and these are the sounds I'm greeted with. Just a cacophony of vuvuzelas having sex. Sounded like a clan of angry Tuscan raiders. Or 4 pigs fighting over a trombone. Holy shit. If that isn't the makings of a great horror title, I just don't know what are. I'm so incredibly excited for this one now. That really got me hyped up. Wow, it's incredibly dark. My wife left me 3 years ago for another man. I've been lonely ever since. Is he smiling? Why is he gritting his teeth like this? Oh wow, yeah, this man looks like a rat. Well, I think I can sniff out the reason, one of the main reasons your wife left you. I don't know anything about you personally, but damn, 3 years, not one date, not one kiss, not one embrace. Well, maybe if you would stop showing your teeth like you're a dog ready to attack, you'd find a little bit more success out there. I also don't know why he looks so oily. This character model looks like he's covered in a thick film of grease. There's a lot of things you could be doing right now to better yourself, my friend. There's no way those are titties. Those are some just way overfilled water balloons ready to burst. This blows anime out of the water here. Eat your heart out, all animes with big busty female leads. This one takes the cake. Oh baby, I'm in the game now. Finally, let's get after it. This is one of the games where the mouse doesn't stay in the game. Great. The Daily Scooper, huh? Yeah, I'll pick that up. It's not letting me pick... There we go. Pretty simple, I guess. Man, this is just such a massive pet peeve of mine where the game doesn't keep the mouse in the game. So then I'll always click off the screen and open 12 different files, nearly post nudes on Twitter by accident just because I'm trying to click shit in the game, but I've already clicked somewhere in the background. I can't pick up that little vibrator. I'm fucking trying to find the front door, but it's very difficult when it's pitch black. Can't see shit. Oh, is this it? Looks like the porch out there, so that means this one has to be the front door to it. Can I not close it? Did I close it? I can't see anything. How about we turn on a few lights? Did I move into a house that has no lights? Not even some candles? I can't even Wing Chun the door shut. This is the front door, right? Yeah, this looks like a little porch outside. This is one of the darkest games I've ever played. I can't make heads or tails of what I'm looking at or where I'm supposed to go. And also, it doesn't help that the stupid fucking flashlight that's emanating from my nipples here is not following my mouse movements or my body movements. It's got a fucking mind of its own. It's like I'm playing a little crane game here for a stuffed animal, but instead with light in a dark room. Yep, this is gonna be a rough one. But I can do it. This has to be the front door. What an interesting house setup here. He's got his bed just in the middle of the fucking main room here with his front door in front of him. He's got everything crammed in here, yikes. It's that big city living for you. Maybe I'd be better off trying echolocation here. No, there's no echoes. What are the odds? Me fucking turkey noising into my mic didn't help anything. Who would have guessed? Did I forget the controls? I thought for sure it was left click to interact with shit. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about this even being the front door? Is this even a door? Maybe it was like a fucking mirage in the desert, but instead of being so hot and dehydrated, it's just so fucking dark. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what the blue moist meter at the top left is either. I don't know what that's measuring. Stamina, maybe? Patience? How long can you stand to be in this sensory deprivation tank of a game? The amount of times I've already clicked off this game is astounding. This blows. What am I supposed to do? Do I sing to the door to make it close? This is the worst fucking horror game I've ever played. It's too dark to move around and I don't want to leave this door because I'm convinced it's the front door. And if I leave this area, I might never be able to find my way back. At least give me like a stick to poke around with to feel my way through. No, I can't even pick up the daily scooper. Oh, there we go. It is left click to interact. What? Why won't the fucking doors closed? Is it this one? Do I have to lock this? No, it can't be. This is stupid. This is just dumb. I'm not having any fun. If you're listening to this, sexy hiking, or sexy serial killer devs, I'm not having any fun with your game. What have you done with this? Not that it was a good premise to begin with, but God, this is the worst execution of even a bad idea I've ever seen. It's way too fucking dark with the flashlight not even following me. I'd be better off just pissing in 360 degrees and measuring the distance between where the piss lands, judging by the sound based on my location, and then running that through Pythagorean theorem, as well as walking it back down the Bose-Einstein condensate. Oh, it's a hallway. Okay, so it wasn't a porch. Man, this whole dilemma could have been solved if only it was a little bit brighter, or maybe the flashlight a little bit stronger, or a little bit more accurate at following my fucking movements. Instead, I'm wandering around like a fucking idiot in one single room, convinced I'm near the porch. Holy shit. And I apparently live in the world's largest house. It's like the Winchester Mansion. No rhyme or reason to its design. Is this the front door? Oh no, I'm not falling for that old practical joke again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'll end up playing Steam's worst horror game. I don't know where to go. As is typical with this game so far. Can I just chug all these and forget that I'm playing this? Maybe this way. There's like a secret door here. Alright, let's go, Scooby-Doo. Time to investigate this mystery. This house is so big, why would you even do this? What are you thinking? No, that's not it. That's the trash room where we just drop our trash bags full of body parts. Yum. Oh, what's even the point of the door if I can just go around this way? Now they just put doors in there to fuck with me. Me personally, they're designing this level as I'm playing it and they're making it darker by the second. Oh, I found the front door. Oh no. Wow, they got me good. Now, what the fuck was that sound effect? I love that. That's like the end of the Ed, Edd n Eddy intro. That made it all worth it. Alright, I see what you were going for. It was the slow burn. Fucking great sound effects there. I like that. I'm done playing this. What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I've been going through a lot of awful crowdfunding projects recently, and today I found something that I don't think God himself ever imagined. This is called Revelations. It's not just a game. And the title is accurate. This is more than just a game. This is a fucking way of life. Revelations, it's not just a game. It's perhaps the best crowdfunding project I've ever seen, and it didn't get funding. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Kickstarter pitch so you too can be hypnotized by its beauty. Are you impressed yet? I only let it play for a few seconds so you could hear the chorus. I didn't want anyone to overload with cum or anything like that. This is Revelations, It's Not Just a Game, by 3D Pro Gamers Live. These are gamers gaming in 3D, they're pros, and it's live. What else could you want? Will you survive Armageddon? Now, I know the title screen looks like one of those packaged Microsoft Windows games that would come with your system back in the 90s. It actually looks a little more like the Bible games I'd play in after-school daycare, which is interesting because this game is also heavily influenced by the Bible. I know in modern times a lot of people think Ubisoft or EA are by far the worst video game publishers, but I'd argue the Bible is the worst video game publisher in existence right now, and it has been all the way since the birth of the video game. The Bible has been spawning some of the worst shovelware games ever seen. Will you survive 3D? Find out in Revelations. It's not just a game. Move over Spy Kids 3D. Move over Sword Art Online. Revelations is more than you could ever hope to be in your fantasy world. And Marcus Jams was bringing this to reality, not just fantasy. Revelations was more than a game. But unfortunately, the funding for this masterpiece was unsuccessful. Let's keep watching to see what the world missed out on here. Fair warning, pussies. It's not just a game. Honestly, the catchiest jingle to any video game ever made. Oh, I got a revelation. It's not just a game. I fucking love it. Yeah, and this is basically the whole Kickstarter pitch for the rest of the 8 minutes that this runs for. It's just the theme song the man has created, played over some GeoCities shit, and you know, it works. I fucking love it. I think it's probably one of the best Kickstarter pitches I've ever seen on this platform. I don't know what the gameplay would consist of, or how many dimensions it would exist in, or how many corporeal planes of existence this game would really reside in. Maybe there's more than 3 dimensions, maybe Marcus is selling the game short, maybe there's a lot more than 3 dimensions present here. But even if the gameplay's as simple as click on the image of the Bible multiple times for a lot of different stages, I wouldn't care as long as the soundtrack came with it. Because that's really the best thing about this, is this fucking song. This theme song is what I imagine the angels in heaven play to serenade Jesus himself. It's fucking perfection. Shame the game didn't get funded. That's it. See ya. Many of you have been sleeping soundly, ignorant to the fact that history is unfolding right in front of our fucking eyes right now. In front of us, we are graced with the most beautiful gaming disaster we've ever seen. Somewhere out there right now, Cliff Bleszinski has the hardest boner he's had since 2006, because the absolute failure, the unmatchable catastrophe of the Culling 2's launch makes Lawbreakers look like a triumphant success, the fucking Citizen's Kane of gaming in comparison to the Culling 2. In just a short 19 hours after it's launched, it is down to 1 active player, with an average of 21.5, which is not even enough to start a single round because you need 30. So at no point can you ever even play this abominable fucksucker of a game, because there's just not enough people playing it. For those who don't know, the Culling 1 is probably the first Battle Royale game that was ever invented, and it was an alright game. I enjoyed it, it was fine. But they killed the game, they kept making changes nobody wanted, so it drove the players away. In response to that, they abandoned it, and instead what they did is they released this photo on Twitter to hype up the Culling 2. Then they released the trailer on Monday. On Tuesday they released the game, and now today, on Thursday, as of making this video, the game is absolutely 100% dead. Now, it's not a free game. It's actually got a pretty hefty price tag, especially since what you're essentially buying is a pile of dog shit. But I paid for this because I wanted to be part of this history. I wasn't born in time to become an astronaut and go on the Apollo 11 mission to be one of the first men to walk on the moon, but this is a close second place. I can be part of this history. Let's check out the customization here. I bet it's really fucking thorough to the point where I can customize the number of pubic hair on her vagina. Look at these eyelashes. Looks like they're eating her face. Let's see what other goodies Santa Claus has brought us here. Look at all these hair options. This looks... whoop. I don't have enough V-Bucks for that one. Let's hit it and shit it. It's game time. Or rather, lack of game time. Try a solo match. See if I can at least find the other man wandering this barren wasteland. I'm in. I'm now part of history. Steam's loneliest multiplayer game. The fastest dead game. It warms my heart to see an obvious cash grab like this fail so spectacularly. Such an uninspired game. Oh. Look at this. In the game design room at this studio's headquarters, they'd cooked up this beautiful football stadium, imagining hundreds of players flooding in. And now look at it. It's so empty. Just what it deserves. Earn your medals? More like earn your players with a better game, you fucking nerds! This is amazing. This is absolutely fantastic. Even the other active player right now is either sitting in the menu or sitting in a duos lobby or squad lobby. I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. It is now my mission for the next maybe 15 minutes to try and find the other guy. This is just a surreal experience right now. I feel like one of those explorers that go into dilapidated insane asylums and amusement parks and film it. This shit is amazing. If I didn't tell you this game just came out, you wouldn't have believed me. This shit was dead on arrival. A literal stillborn game. I've never seen something like this happen, and let alone be able to experience it like this firsthand. Look at this. It's like they put this vantage point here so you could overlook the emptiness. This is where Squidward should have gone when he wanted to be all alone. Let me try duos to see if I can match up with the other brave warrior scouting these fields. I bet the other guy's one of the developers just sitting in the lobby in the fucking nightmare he's created with his face in his hands, thinking, this abhorrent creation. It's my doing. I'm the Frankenstein to this monster. Now I am become shit developer. This is the fate we chose. This is so fucking crazy. I mean, honestly, I couldn't have imagined this game flopping as hard as it did. I didn't think anything could ever beat Lawbreaker's dead game speedrun until the Culling 2. This game has an uncontested and probably unbeatable world record for the fastest dead multiplayer video game. Now, you can cheat and like point out some indie games that were released and no one had heard of them before, but this game follows the first big Battle Royale game. It's the sequel to one of the first Battle Royale games, and look what happened to it. Holy shit, it's amazing. This is the perfect example, the epitome of lazy cash grabs, and it gets the fate it deserves. You can't be happier about it. Radical Heights had more passion behind it than this game. I am so elated at the fact that this game is as dead as it is. This is going to serve as an example to all game developers out there who hop on the latest trend as quickly as they can to cash in on it as quickly as they can, that it doesn't always work, and sometimes you end up with the Culling 2. And that's something that I don't think anyone out there wants. I'm not gonna find the other guy. He's probably just sitting in the main menu regretting his $20 purchase, or probably as we speak he's going for a Steam refund. I don't blame him. I'm actually probably going to do the same. I can't even play the game. I genuinely can't even get into the game. What an amazing disaster. Thank you, Culling 2 developers. I don't even know the name of your studio, but I know the name of your product now. And that's gotta count for something. For too long, gamers' minds have been plagued by one unanswerable question. Who is the worst developer in the world? Well, rest easy tonight, my sweet children, because I will be answering this once and for all, using science, data, and my opinion, which is going to be stated as a fact. So this is your warning now. If you're allergic to the truth, you're not welcome here. But for those of you that want to have your third eye open, please join me and sit on my lap as I give you the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Now let's tackle this riddle. The correct answer to the question, who is the worst game developer, is 343 Industries. Now before you throw your arms up in the air and start spitting and shitting in anger, let me explain. I'm only talking about AAA game devs. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of terrible indie devs that have made horrible things or have done horrible things. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm focusing on AAA big budget studios. I also want to explain that I'm only talking about the quality of the games they produce and not the actual workplace environment. Because if we were talking about that, then obviously there's been like sexual assaults and a ton of different awful things at other studios. So I just wanted to make that clear. Now let's pour some sauce on this spaghetti. I'm going to show you a quick clip from one of my recent streams where I was ranting about 343 because they recently published their roadmap for Halo Infinite, and it's laughable. For those that don't know, Halo Infinite is 343's recent release, and it has been just a complete catastrophe, just an absolute disaster. It's a good game, gameplay-wise, and the campaign's pretty fun. There's good ideas there, but unfortunately this thing launched without any content at all. They fucking threw this thing out there naked. It was so barren when it came to content, but the community was under the impression that they would be adding content to the game as it continued to exist. But they really haven't. They've barely even been drip feeding this thing to keep it on life support. It's not enough. It's fucking flatlining. It's dying of thirst, and 343 can't even piss in its mouth. Then they've only added 2 maps in almost an entire year. This game came out November 15th of 2021, and they've only added 2 maps since then, and no other big meaningful updates. It's fucking crazy, and this is also the only Halo game that's touted as a fucking live service game, and they have no service for it. I'm already getting a little shaken and stirred here just discussing it. But anyway, they posted their roadmap. It's bad. Seeing that Halo Infinite canceled. Oh, I actually wanted to talk about that. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, this was so embarrassing. So I talked about it on stream a little bit, but Halo Infinite posted their roadmap. They extended Season 2 to 10 months now. Forge Beta is coming later this year. Co-op campaign testing later this year too, but overall, super underwhelming. A lot of people really very disappointed with 343 as per usual. But one thing they announced is that they fully canceled split screen. they said, we're done. Throwing that shit in the toilet and flushing it. No more split screen. So then on Twitter, I don't remember who it was, but one of the bigger accounts was like, actually, split screen is totally fine. In fact, we're having it working right now. And they posted a video of them glitching split screen into the game. So they were successfully able to just implement split screen themselves through a glitch. And it even works, not even just 2-player split screen, 4-player. Hold on, let me pull up the clip. So 343 apparently couldn't quite crack the code on making split screen work. Meanwhile, just fucking rock-hard-dicked gamers on Twitter were able to immediately figure it out only hours after their announcement through glitching. Yeah, here we go. Here, Mint Blitz even talked about it.
Quite the development has occurred. 343 has cut official Halo Infinite split-screen co-op. However, with the use of a glitch, you can actually get into the...
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Now is a guide.
$500 million in the Halo Infinite, and 343 fumbles it extraordinarily. They didn't even launch the game with, like, any content, unfortunately. And it has been over a year, and still well, it hasn't been a full year yet, but it's coming up, and still has barely any fucking content. And now they cancel one of the most basic features that games have had for the last 25 years. Though split screen's been phased out from most major games just because they don't bother. Because most people don't do couch co-op. But it's still like a really easy feature to implement, I imagine, because it's been there for so long. And they cancel it inexplicably, I'm guessing due to ineptitude. And the community figures out a way to do it themselves. Like, how is that not super embarrassing? They have this, and then it takes them 6 months just to make 2 maps. Oh my god, yeah, made directly in Forge. Meanwhile, the community already made a 1-to-1 creation of Guardian and Reflection in less than a week. I know, man. It's so sad. I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know what they do for the last, like, 8 fucking months just sitting around doing, like, nothing. They just go to the office and, like, hang out and then go home. content creators are giving up on Halo now. My feed is spammed by Halo is dead videos. Yeah, I mean, this was really the nail in the coffin. They absolutely needed that roadmap to bang. They needed to show that they've actually been doing things for the game for the last 8 months, and they didn't. The only thing that even has the remote possibility of bringing Halo any sort of relevancy again is their Forge mode, because their Forge mode is outrageous. Like, the amount of shit you can do in Forge is stunning. That is the only hope that game has. I really think that it's inarguable that 343 has killed the Halo franchise. It has absolutely no relevancy anymore. It has fully fallen off, which is crazy because for the entire early 2000s, all the way up until like 2012, Halo was one of the most revered, one of the most popular franchises in all of gaming. It was extremely recognizable. Even people that didn't play games at all knew Halo. It was huge. It seemed like it was an unstoppable force, and it was extremely influential for FPS games. But then the second Bungie passed the torch to 343, they put that torch right in their fucking asshole and extinguished the flame. Halo 4 launched to pretty mediocre success. I recently replayed it, and the campaign's pretty solid, but the multiplayer sucks. Halo 5 was a complete disaster, where the campaign was the worst in the entire franchise, and the multiplayer was okay. And then they also had the Master Chief Collection, which was legitimately broken for 5 years before they finally fixed it. And now Halo Infinite, and you know how that story's going. It's just sad that they've let the game wither and die like this, and the only hope it has is Forge, which does look amazing. But outside of that, there's nothing to look forward to with this game. It seems like they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what direction to go, they don't know what the players want. They even had like a big focus on their store for a little while there instead of the actual game. Now I've seen a lot of copium of just be patient, they're doing their best, you know. This is unreasonable to expect them to do so much for this game, even though it's already been out. And that's such a fucking brain dead take. This game launched in a very content dry state. They released this game half finished basically in terms of its content. They just tried to pump it out as quickly as possible and then hoping they could patch it up later and add what they wanted to initially. That's not, like, an excuse. It doesn't work. Like, oh, you know, just be patient, it's coming. Well, it should have been there to start. They should have had all of this already there and ready, and now are just taking their victory lap, adding more cosmetics or adding more maps, you know? Same thing Halo has always done, where they add more maps and more things down the line, but you got the complete package off rip. That wasn't the case here. We never got the complete package, and we still, 305 days later, have not gotten the complete package. So you can't really just write it off as like, hey, stop being so impatient. It's not impatience, it's just inexcusable. It's 343 not being able to follow through and deliver on the things that they said they would be able to. You know, it's a load of fish paste and super disingenuous to just blame the player base for being upset about how empty their game is. They're totally justified in feeling like their game is hollow and abandoned. 343 has been unable to communicate and deliver. At least they finally published the roadmap, but it's just not satisfactory. I saw a post on Reddit that puts it into perspective pretty well. In Halo 2's history, we're going to go back in time. Halo 2 launched. It was a great game, one of my top 5 of all time. A complete game. It wasn't missing anything or anything like that. But then 238 days later, they released the multiplayer map pack, which brought 9 new maps to the game. 238 days after the launch of Halo 2, they introduced 9 new maps with their multiplayer map pack. Halo Infinite has been out for 307 days, and they've brought 2 new maps. So it's been out longer, and they've released less maps than Halo 2, yet somehow Halo Infinite is the first live service Halo game. What a joke. It's almost like they called it that ironically, like they were just giggling behind the scenes like, you know, we're going to call it live service, but we're really not going to do shit on it. It's just like, you know, getting real silly with it and laughing at the community. I don't know, man. It's just so disappointing, and it's why I think 343 is the worst developer out there right now. They took what used to be a household name, Halo, and ran it into the ground. Like, they buried it. I don't know how Halo comes back from this. Forge is really its only chance, and even then, I'm not convinced people are going to flock back to Halo for Forge. But who knows? It is very impressive what it seems like they're doing with Forge, if it ever even comes out. You know, there's a good chance they might even delay it. I don't even believe their roadmap. They might just push it to 2023. There's no telling. But anyway, that's about it. So, yeah. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Oh, Jesus Christ. Apparently he was cooking dynamite. Beat that man's shit in so hard he exploded. How do I move? I don't understand. Oh my lord, that immediately made me sick. Wow. It's like somebody just shit down my throat. Yeah, this makes me extremely ill. But for the sake of saving the good boys and girls and stuck in Jumanji, I'll break this curse even if it makes me puke. Let's put my action figure of the Rock over there, looking good. I have 99 years to get out of here, I guess. Just enough time. I'm sorry it's come to this, Dr. Bravestone, I really am. You should have never trusted me. It's kind of an ironic death for the Rock, I would say. Brown Balloon Knot 88, dropping back in the pocket, feeling the pressure from the blitz, but he lets go. That's a beautiful pass. That's a touchdown. Eat your heart out, Tom Brady. Fuck you again, Bravestone. The movement in this game is actually giving me alcohol poisoning. I actually felt better with alcohol poisoning than I do right now with the movement system in this game. Alright, big whoosh, big whoosh. Oh, God. It's so painfully nauseating. Oh, getting mauled by a cougar would feel better. Don't worry, I'll fucking stab him with my tree sword. Fuck it. This can't be the actual official game for the new Jumanji movie. It was an average movie, but this is a well below average experience. It's not even a game, this feels like some type of Guantanamo Bay torture device. Like there's waterboarding, and then there's playing Jumanji VR. Wow. I really am dry heaving hard now. This movement system, man, it's only for the fiercest of warriors. Oh, finally, some fucking combat. Maybe... maybe it'll start to pick up and all this nauseating pain will be worth it, and it'll be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, this high-level jujitsu's making it all worth it. Beautiful. And then he activated his suicide vest. Great work. That was fantastic. Don't worry, I got the next one. Oh, shit. Just stand back, Bravestone. I got it. There we go. Jackpot. Direct hit. Maybe I can sweep him this way, or knock him off the cliff. I can just hammer him here. There we go. Take care of it now, Bravestone. I've set you up. He's very injured with my brutal assault. Oh, shit. Double kill. Collateraled him. Yeah, I really, might have fucked the team here. I think I hit Bravestone far harder than this guy. Let's get up in here, get real close. Cinematic camera angles. And then I'll trip him. Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. Good teamwork. Fist bump. I'm the hands of Santa Claus. Ooh, but this Christmas I'm not delivering presents. I'm delivering concussions. I don't need this dumpster. Get this shit out of here. I'll pinch this man's asshole shut with my... Oh. No, Jack Black. Wow, pussy. Fucking killed him in one punch. Goddamn. Saitama over here. Don't worry, I got you covered, Bravestone. I'll just sweep him away like a used condom in a Walmart. Oh, get out of here, Jack Black. You disgust me. One punch... Pathetic display of athleticism and fighting prowess. Commander upset tummy scooting in. You boys worshipping this barrel? Disgusting. What kind of tribal ritual is this? Get out of here. The only thing you should worship are these hands. Hope you boys brought your diapers, because I'm gonna soil myself in your diapers. Get out of here. It's all clear, boys. We're safe now. I'm going bowling. Let's do it. Oh, not quite the strike. I'll pick up the spare, though. Call me Brunswick. But don't do that, because I'm not as good as Brunswick. Alright, I think I'm about done. This is quite literally all I can stomach of this game. Yeah, as far as VR experiences go, I can't imagine a more awful experience for VR. I'm gonna go hug a toilet. Yeah, that's it. See ya. Jump Force is a new game that came out that's basically just an anime fanfic wet dream. You take a bunch of anime characters, they put them in here to fight each other in just one absolute mess of a game. But what I want to talk about is the cutscenes or the animation and the story mode of this game. I'm about 5 hours in and it's a pretty stinky game, so I don't know if I'm going to finish it. So I went and I watched all the cutscenes for the most part. And this is just a special kind of bad. This is like worse than B-movie bad. This is like some Sega Dreamcast level animation shit in their cutscenes. So in the story mode, you create your own anime superhero to represent Earth and our reality. So naturally, I chose Riley Reed-chan to represent the best of our species. Let's watch a few of these cutscenes now. This whole game just looks like a child playing with action figures of their favorite anime characters. Undoubtedly, the first thing you noticed was the Go-Go Gadget Extendo neck from Riley Reed-chan during the beginning of the cutscene. It just looked fucking disgusting. Now, I don't understand why they'd even bother making cutscenes like this. Honestly, just tell it through text if this is going to be the level of shit they deliver. And this is every cutscene. It's a bunch of characters barely moving, emoting, and their facial expressions don't change. It's like every character suffers from very severe Bell's palsy. It's like they just took pictures of the characters' faces and glued them on here and then tried their best to Photoshop it into moving around a little bit. I also really don't understand why every character is so goddamn shiny. It looks like they're all super greasy or lubed up with Astroglide, just fucking bathed in some Astroglide before going on their missions in the game. It just looks odd. Also, I was streaming this game at twitch.tv/moistcritical and forgot to turn the border off for the first part of that cutscene, so my apologies there. I'm not going to show any more of these exposition cutscenes. This one represents all of them pretty well, and this is the majority of the game. Cutscenes like this that look like a Second Life music video that was set to Evanescence's Bring Me to Life. I'm not this far in the game, so I took this and the next cutscene from a channel called MK Ice and Fire, and as you can see, this shit makes Mass Effect Andromeda look like cutting-edge animation. But I do like this cutscene a lot because the villain right there with that little slight grin makes him look like a child who got into the cookie jar when his parents weren't looking and they never found out, so now he's smiling menacingly, celebrating his evil deeds. Yeah, that cutscene about sums it up right there. Frieza fucking T-posing out of there, basically. Didn't even bother to change him from the standing position. He's like a puppet, and the puppeteer just lifted him straight up out of the cutscene. But, I mean, really, I don't need to show more cutscenes to show you how bad the animation is here. And this is a $60 game. And the game's not supposed to be this profound story or anything like that. It's just supposed to be a mindlessly fun arena fighter. But why have a story mode like this in the first place? Why even bother at that point? Why not just chop the price in half and give a good arena fighting game instead of a half-baked story with no effort put into it at all, clearly? This is truly the worst animation I've seen in a AAA game in at least a decade, so hats off to the Jump Force team. This whole game really feels like just a cash grab capitalizing on weebs, which is a shame because I like games like this that just take a bunch of fun shit and put it into one game, like one goofy over-the-top game. But this one doesn't feel like it has any effort into it at all. It just feels like a cash grab on weeb culture. This is basically the fucking Tommy Wiseau of video games. This is the Room of the video game medium. That's it. See ya.